Hey, it's Sarah. Today, let's just start off with the quote of the day so we could jump right into it. A woman's whole life is a history of the affections by Washington Irving from the book The Sketchbook. Um, to me, that just means that a woman's whole life is based around her affections, whether that be her affections towards people or maybe and her pets, anything, right? It's based on her love, her affection, that, and such a powerful thing. So that brings us to the question of the day. Should a man be sensitive to a woman even when she seems irrational and or crazy? So before we answer that question, although my answer is already up here, we'll go through some tips and something new, some statistics that I got off of a website on Google. I looked this up. This has nothing to do with me. It said that 44 to 55% of married women cheat. Yet it says 50 to 60% of married men cheat. So those statistics are pretty powerful, and when women hear things like that, it does make them kind of insecure, kind of paranoid. Over 62% of women thought men cheated more than women. Okay? 67% of women in this survey say they would never cheat on their husband. So that's just an idea of, statistically what's going on with men and women. Now, here's some tips for the men, because it's hard to deal with the woman who's maybe hormonal, maybe just is emotional. It's hard to deal with her because it may feel like she's going crazy and you just don't get it, right? So tip number one, even if you're not interested, listen. Because she could be talking about some bitch at work and you want her to shut her mouth. But if you just listen for that certain amount of time, just get it over with. Like, I know it sounds bad, but it makes them feel appreciated. Tip number two, it is not paranoia. When women think you're cheating, it's because of their insecurities, gut feelings, and not thinking before they speak. So let's just go through that real quick. Women think you're cheating on them because of insecurities. First of all, self-esteem. We may feel, okay, our hair's not done nice enough, our body isn't, the way we would like it to be, and that makes us insecure. It makes us feel like, damn, like if you look at that other girl, you're gonna go for it, right? So keep that in mind. Gut feeling. Sometimes maybe it's our time of the month, so we're getting false readings or whatever, but point is, sometimes we get a gut feeling, a bad feeling, we're not sure where to pinpoint it, and then we see you look at a girl, we pinpoint it on that. So gut feelings. And the other thing is not thinking before we speak. Sometimes we got Facebook, MySpace, all that shit nowadays. We look on there, we see some other bitch, we don't think, we just like, oh, yo, get in here because I seen this bitch, and we start going crazy, and it doesn't make it right, but at the same time, it is a gut feeling that needs to be addressed. Tip number three, women aren't all innocent. As long as it's not obsessive, check up on them too. Also, make it clear you love them and only want them. In other words, make her feel good, but only if you mean it. So there's a bunch of things kind of thrown into that one description. Women aren't all innocent. So I'm saying, check up on them too, once in a blue. I mean, don't be obsessive. Like, that goes for ladies too. Don't be obsessive. But I mean, check up on them too. Be like, I seen you. If you feel uncomfortable, ask them about it too. It goes both ways. The other thing that I did say was to make it clear that you love them, that you want to be around them, that there's no one else. Make it clear as much as possible because it makes them feel good, And if you don't mean it, then bounce, because we don't want no fakeness. And if you're being fake, you're just leading her on, and that's gonna hurt more in the end. So just treat a woman like a delicate flower and will treat you like a delicate rose with thorns, if that makes any sense. So my answer for our original question, which I'll go over which I real quick, was, should a man be sensitive to a woman even when she seems irrational or crazy? My answer is yes, please. Because as long as, and we're talking here about the normal stuff. We're talking here about, are you cheating on me? Who's this bitch on MySpace? We talking about normal stuff like that. We're not talking about some crazy ass shit. She following you to the store and shit. And, we're not talking about that. So just keep that in mind when I say the answer is yes. There's a difference. So I hope that you can take from what I've said today, and let me know what you think. And ladies, try to tone down your emotions as much as possible. Men, try to understand, try to listen. All right.